When I was 12, my knees started getting really bad. And the worse they got, the more I was told to avoid them. No knees over toes. Don't bend your knees all the way. If I go back and talk to that 12-year-old kid, I would have given him a gift, a simple piece of wood. And I would have said, assist yourself. Do what you can without any pain until you can do it all the way without pain. Until you can do it unassisted without pain. Until you can do it loaded, pain-free. You're not genetically destined to hit your 20s having failed at basketball, not reached your lifetime goal of dunking, having to ice 4 times a day to get by, having all kinds of surgeries and being told you need more, being hooked on painkillers. Genetically, you're not destined for that, but that happened to be your future on a route of avoidance. And on a route of ability, you can be in your 30s playing your sport again without pain, being able to dunk. Welcome to ATG HQ. I'm joined by some of my friends who have also gone on this route of ability. It's about nap time, getting through the day here, don't judge. Fernando's my training partner on ATG Shred. This is an exercise we work on twice a week, but he's gonna show you how you could take it even more advanced.
This exercise is called the hack squat, founded by George Hackenschmidt, who at 75 years old was still able to do hurdles. Okay, and this proves to me that our bodies are not fragile. We're designed to be hunted and to hunt. So don't let them tell you can't do things. You just have to work hard, work smart, and anything will be possible.
We're not as fragile as we're being told. Every exercise scales. Based on your goal, it's gonna be different things. Fernando's chasing the most physique and athleticism he can. So, what better route to follow than George Hackenschmidt, who was one of the most legendary longevity cases and also was able to bodybuild and strongman and carry a bunch of muscle. And maybe this would get my jump even higher. I'm grateful as heck just to be able to do it with a dumbbell and be pain-free and go play basketball with my friends. So, no knees over toes, no full knee bend. Everyone can believe what they want, but this is necessary education. I wish I knew about George Hackenschmidt. I wish I knew about a simple wooden slant board back when I was spending, tens of thousands of dollars trying to fix my body. And it turns out now I spend zero on any kind of treatment.
Yep.
Brendan's actually joining Fernando and I as our third training partner. He has his own story, and today he's gonna try to get his first dunk off the very knee he had surgery on. Brendan, what are you doing out here?
Well, we're at the post office doing some errands. The reason we're here is just to prove the Patrick step up, something that seems so simple, can be done anywhere you have just a little bit of a step, would have literally changed my life for the years of 15 years old to 19. I realized it was actually exactly 10 years ago in the summer that I was realizing what tendon pain was, and I was training for soccer and running. And as a really small, undeveloped kid trying to outwork everybody, training before school and after practice, off no built-up structure, I just started having pain in my knee. And you can see the scar, which is a result of not figuring it out. I had trained myself to the ground, but I had no clue of how to train without equipment. I was pretty humble beginnings, didn't have access to weight, didn't have access to a gym, and went through PT a few times and eventually just got surgery for it. So tried to keep that story pretty crisp, but the reason why this matters so much to me is as simple as it looks, just bending forward, bending the knees. This was not on the radar to my PTs, to me.
You got degrees in exercise science.
I was so, great point, I forgot this. I was so lost when I was 17, right before I got surgery, that it was my entire life compass. I went to school and studied exercise science only to fix my knee because I went through PT 3 times and had no results and was told surgery was the only thing left. And I literally went to school selfishly just to figure out, okay, what could be done for it. And then even then, I didn't really get it until after. And so, yeah, the biggest realization I had over time was just like I had everything I need. And if I could go back 10 years prior and just tell myself something, it's like literally, dude, you could sit at a stairwell like everyone has and just bend your knees slowly, even if it's an inch or 2 inch, 3 inches. I thought I needed some special stem electrodes, things to put on my quads to just feel my quads. But 3 years of having tendonitis, I literally couldn't contract my left quad to show any kind of muscle. So I was saving up for these special equipment, the special PT stuff, when all I really needed was just a route. And so, yeah, this is super special to me because it starts here. You can do assistance 1 inch. You can go to body weight.
I remember him messaging me, telling me like this was the one that like
Yeah.
got him
Out
on a
of-
different route. And
Right.
so I showed the slant board. Well, when you're young, you can usually hop on a slant board and like change the rest of your life.
Yeah.
As you get older, for me it was this kind of stuff, and I'll show for me it was really assisting into a split squat because we lose so much mobility.
Yeah.
So for the ankle getting its range and strength back, and then the hips getting their flexibility back. That's why for me, Zero is still the program I'm most passionate about, but we cycle these programs throughout the year. Right now we're doing Shred, where now we get to take weighted exercises and stuff, but we just wanted to show that even if you had nothing right now, like you could start Zero. You can do this. The route of ability, the route of avoiding things, there's no guarantee either way, but the route of ability, without that, he wouldn't be trying to dunk today. I wouldn't be dunking in my 30s after reaching my 20s, having never grabbed the rim. Fernando wouldn't be dunking today and playing
Absolutely.
basketball. And that's priceless, to just be able to do what you love without pain.
I wish this existed 10 years ago, but I'm grateful that now I'm on this side to make sure it exists for other 15-year-olds, even if they're poor, even if they don't have belief around them. An online IG post could reach you, and you give this new shot a try. You don't need equipment. You can literally build from the ground up, change your whole life, and do stuff that you never thought you could do. Like, I had no goal of dunking basketballs because that was totally not my radar.
I found out I could dunk. Fernando found out he could dunk. And now, as tame as that was, now we're going to go see the beast of beasts. Adon is going to do some crazy squat, and then he's going to try to go to the court and do dunks like normal, like athletic basketball players can do, but from a full squat. So let's see what the heck Adon is up to. That depth. Wow. Unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal. No belt,
No,
no knee sleeves, and nothing against them, but
Yeah.
he's able to do this like it's casual. He's been doing this for years. Like I'm going on almost a decade without a knee setback.
Yeah.
Don's not a basketball player, but yet can go play crazy hard and be throwing down dunks and doing this before.
So,
Break it down for us, like
So-
unravel.
yeah.
Like, what is the genetic cheat code for athleticism?
I think the big thing is, and I've been caught doing the opposite of what we do, like shortening up my range of motion and whatnot, never translates. Also, not only that, it starts to hurt. So I noticed, wow, I better handle this. So let me show you an example with a ball and a couple bands. I showed this on one of my videos. I'm gonna show you why ATG training in general, ass to grass, right, gets you stronger in an athletic state. So let's say this is a really strong guy, right? But he doesn't have a lot of range of motion. One of those really tight guys, you know? That's pretty good, right? He's strong. He's got this range of motion, right? Okay, it's got some power to it, right? So now we're gonna switch. And we're gonna go to someone who's obviously weaker. So this is a weaker muscle, right? But has more range of motion, more elasticity because the range of motion. And not only that, if you increase range of motion, what you do is increase the time and the amount of acceleration that you have. So let's say he's got this much more range of motion.
Oh, wow.
You get the idea. You get the idea where the athleticism comes from. So if you're cutting short on your gains as an athlete. So remember, you're not in the gym, if you're an athlete, to be the strongest guy in the gym. You need to make sure you are getting to where you want to go as an athlete.
Well, it's not just us. There's ATG community around the world. I think this demo is explaining why I almost don't have enough time to be a dad and answer all the DMs of people who are back dunking. Like yesterday, this guy's 38, and he's even outside of the Instagram post is messaging me going like, it doesn't make sense. Like I'm going to play and it's like a dream. I'm 38 and I'm like flying in and dunking after having completely lost that ability. So I think this explains it. It's not just the strength. It's not just the range of motion. Put them together, maximizes the potential. Now, special shout out to my training partner Fernando, because we like to do some marathon stuff. We're about to go play basketball, and we play like it's the NBA Finals. We're totally nuts. We do low subs, low rest, where you're just like your goal at the end of it is to be destroyed, and then having to dunk and stuff like that.
By the way, this is my brother, in case anyone was curious.
And so the whole time we're sipping essential amino acids, which is what you need from food sources, and electrolytes. You need it for the muscle contraction. So basically, be smart if you're going to do this kind of marathon stuff. Be putting in some of the nutrition, hydrate, at the very least hydrate. And I don't know if Gatorade is
No.
cutting it. No essential amino acids, not electrolytes. Also think about,
Not a good source of sugar.
also there's a difference between like, we're not just going out today to compete and win, we're going out for the results of today. And so the results now of putting good nutrition in your body, and that now I'm going to be building more muscle tissue, losing more body fat, having less inflammation. So there is that hidden side. I try to stay out of the diet game. That's what Fernando's here for. We'll cover a lot more. Thanks for watching. See ya. For the record, Gramps needed a lunch break. The plan is that Onyx was going to be on nap time. So this is why this is what you got today. But there's always a rhyme and a reason when you got a 2-year-old and a 6-month-old.